you buy an old house that's probably a 1912 built, that's only 1,000 square feet, 2 bedroom, 1 bath or something like that. You turn around and you pick that house up, you tear it down. You pick it up for 400,000 and you tear it down. You turn around and put this up. This may be 2,600 square foot all the way to 5,500 square foot. But why do we want to build? Because there's so many opportunities in manufacturing when you're building. There's so many opportunities to hire your friends and family when you're building. And there's most definitely a lot of opportunities in construction of ownership. Why? Because they had to pay someone to come up and put this fence up. This gate is a rented gate. So guess what? If we decide to start building, imagine there's 10 of us building houses on 10 different locations, and all of a sudden I might be building 4 houses, you might be building 7 houses, you might be building 20 houses. So guess what? We're all going to need a fence up to protect our property, our supplies, our materials, etc. So guess what? This guy may make $600,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year off of renting us gates. You hear what I'm saying? Just renting us gates. So now the more he get, and put it like this, fences don't cost any money. We can literally sit home, sit in our backyard and make all, you can go to the Home Depot or something and buy all of these pipes and buy the chain link and the hooks and connect these fences yourself and put them together. So fast forward the story, you're making money renting these fences out. Then you have someone that turns around and is going to deliver the fences. So someone's going to make money with that. Someone's going to go out and buy a truck, and all he's going to be doing is picking up your fencing supplies and delivering and picking them up from different sites. So then you have the guy that's building the house. He turns around, he gets to hire all his friends and family members. So does the guy with the fences. Hire all his friends and family members to come in and to help build the house. So guess what? What happens when you have a guy that's never built a house before, or a young person that's only 5, 7 years old? You turn around and start them off at the bottom. You know what starting off at the bottom is? Like I did. You go on a construction site, you have guys that's building up here that's putting all this wood up, framing this whole house up. So they're cutting wood off, and they're throwing pieces of scrap wood on the ground. So you'll have guys throwing wood out the window all day. So what happens is someone needs to be down there cleaning that stuff up. So you have a little 7-year-old on a construction site. You have a person that's never done anything, and you put them on a construction site at the beginning of the construction project, and they're picking up nothing but pieces that someone's tossed on the ground. Pick all this wood up, take it, and put it over there in the pile nice and neatly. And then next thing you know, by the end of the day, this guy has but you tell him, I need you to pay attention to everything that's going on. I need to know, when did the guy with the fence come and drop off the fence? I need to know, when did the guy pick up the fence? I need to know, how long did it take the guy to do it? What kind of truck did he bring that he delivered the fences in? I need to know, what time did the guy deliver all the new wood? You know, so that young person is going to see that. He's going to know how it works. So from start to finish on this construction project, if you have anyone that's there on that construction project from start to finish, it may take 6 months. I guarantee you, the first house they watch being done, the second house they can help you build it themselves. All you have to do is teach a person how to swing a hammer and then set them down and let them watch and see what's going on, and they're going to understand from that point on of how simple this is. But guess what? This is a very lucrative industry. So someone had to come and bring electrical and connect it so that they can have electricity to this project. Someone had to run back and forth to the Home Depot or the construction supply place and buy little miscellaneous pieces. And then you're going to have someone's going to say, hey, I need a piece of wood that's this small. I need you to go to that scrap pile and pull me out a piece that's 4 feet long. I need a 2x4, 4 feet this way and 2 feet that way. Okay, I need you to find me one that's only 1 foot long and 1 foot wide, or 4 inches wide. Oh, okay, I saw a piece of scrap over there. So as long as you got someone organizing that stuff, then they're going to learn a whole lot. So what other ways are people making money? There's so much opportunity, and then all of these brackets. These brackets don't have to be no particular standard size, they don't have to be, they can be manufactured by anyone. This is just flat pieces of metal with holes in it. Then they have pieces of metal with curves on it that make building houses a lot easier. But guess what? Whoever's making these pieces of metal is spending not that much money buying the materials, and all they're doing is drilling holes in them and chopping pieces of metal up and they're putting bins on them. But guess what? Someone could buy that same material, drill some holes in it, and make your own brackets and start selling them to the general public or the construction world. So everything that you use in here, you can turn around and start having made. We buy land back in the East Coast, and people buy it for the lumber, right? So they sell the land to the lumber mills, and then the lumber mills turn around and do what? They turn around and make this wood. So what happens if you got your own land with your own lumber? One of our buddies he got lumber out back on the East Coast, and he's supplying us with all our wood. He's going to become a multi-billionaire. That's what's going to happen. What's going to happen when you got people who are just building houses back to back to back to back in the housing boom that's here right now from 2017 until, which we got Donald Trump in office, construction magnet building houses. They're going to be building houses like crazy. You look at all this mass construction, everybody's getting a new sports dome. So what are they doing? You got a lot of people looking to buy brand new homes, and you got even more people that say, I want to build a custom home. I want to build my dream home. So these are the people that we need to go after, because these people are not saying, I need you to be college educated, I need you to have this, I need you to be doing that. They just want to know, can you build my house? Do you have insurance? And I'm good. Do you have another property, a picture of a house that you built? Are you currently working on something that I can go see? Yes, matter of fact, you can. Boom, they're sold. Okay, I need this much money to build a house like that. I'm going to charge you $600,000 or $700,000. I'm going to charge you $1.2 million. It depends on where they're building a house. Somebody may say, well, I'm out in Palmdale or something, and I'm going to say, oh, I can build one for $350,000 out there. I'm in Cal City. I'm in Lake Elsinore. Oh, I can put up something for $200,000 out there. You know, it depends. But my whole point is, this is one of the hugest industries in the game. Housing is the biggest industry that we spend our money on. A house was the biggest purchase I've ever made in my life, and so have a lot of other people. So this market is something that we should be learning, we should be putting our children in, and this is something that you can pass down to your family for generations to generations to generations. If everyone in the family know how to build a house, they will never be broke.